Hello everyone and welcome to today's cryptocurrencies update for Wednesday the 18th. Yes, it is already mid-May, so let's go straight to the charts and see what we have as I am able to fine-tune the current Elliott Wave Counts and the downside targets. So everything is still on track as I showed you on Monday and we simply gonna fine-tune the stuff. And so far, so good. So let's see when we eventually get the proverbial curveballs, but so far, so good. A quick update on Cardano. Cardano is in a downtrend, loud and clear. There's no sign of letting up. At a minimum, it needs to get back above about 80 cents. That's simply all I have for Cardano. Let's have a look at Avalanche. Avalanche is in a much better shape, I think, Elliott Wave-wise, and tracking along Bitcoin and Ethereum quite nicely as well. I don't see a Luna type of event. We have wave 4 here in July, wave 5 here in November, and now in a massive complex ABC correction, which looks like a zigzag somewhere around there, I would say. So we have wave A, which was ABC. We have a wave B, which is ABC, and now in this 5-wave C wave. Using Elliott Wave and Fibonacci extensions, it looks like 3 of C of 2 completed, 4 potentially as well, and 5 should be on its way to about $1.10 to $1.08. That will retrace the entire rally we saw from July last year into the high. A massive, massive rally from $8 to $145 in about 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Cryptos can run really, really hard and fast. And so they can plunge equally hard and fast. CSA gets very close to where 5 equals 1. FIP extension wise, this looks pretty good here for a 1-2-1-2 setup, 3-4-3-4. That's my preferred view. And now ideally in the last 5th wave to complete CSA. If we zoom and not zoom out, if we use the trend as our friend chart, we can see, let me just take away the wave labels here real quick. That one we don't need. We don't need that one either and that one either. We simply look at where the trend is in combination to the moving averages, and you can see we can't even get above the 10-day moving average. So this is a weak as weak can be chart. Nothing to see here from a long perspective. Once we broke here below 52.5, we would target about 40 on a symmetry basis. Next symmetry target reached, and the next symmetry target is also reached. That would be around 10 if we break below 25. Okay, so that is a nice symmetry stair-stepping lower, and this matches, of course, that from CSA and wave 5. Zooming out even more, we can see how a diagonal formed. I've shown you this before, that the 60 level had to hold to allow for one last rally higher. And this simple relationship looks for about $12, $13 for this wave 2. But again, we can go to about $10. So this is getting very close. So I like the fact that the monthly chart matches that of simple symmetry chart, matches that of Elliott Wave. I think that is always the best combination. Again, there's no guarantee we'll get there and this has to be reached, but when you get such confluence, it's quite a nice, interesting line of evidence. Let's move on to Binance Coin. Excuse me, Binance Coin bottomed here right at around the 270 support zone. High risk entry for a long is 315. Medium risk is back above the January, February, March lows, and low risk above the 200-day. Again, there is no risk. Everything involves risk. Why is this a high risk? Because chances are that we drop below the recent low, increase, of course, the lower we do an entry. The further away we get from a bottom, the less likely it is we go below the bottom. Okay, that's why I call it a low risk entry. High risk comes high reward, lower risk comes lower reward, but also the chances of having a successful trade. And you be the judge of what you prefer to pick. It all depends on, some people are risk takers, other people are not risk takers. It's all good. It's what makes a market. Now, doing that detailed Elliott Wave Count, I haven't presented this one yet, so I've had the last day and a half a lot of time to finally fine-tune all the wave counts. Looks like we have a leading diagonal wave 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like it for wave 1, wave 2 as an ABC, and now potentially already completed 5 of C of 4. Okay, there are now enough scribbles in place to suggest that primary 4 has completed right where it had to. Okay, so Binance coin might be one step ahead. Alternatively, we just completed wave 4 and one last step lower for wave 5. This is the ideal C target zone based on Fibonacci extensions of wave C in relation to wave A. We always start off with C equals A, that is the textbook, but C doesn't have to be equal to the length of A. It can be longer or it can be even shorter. Shorter happens quite often, and that we simply had a strong initiation wave, a weak bounce, and then the C wave is relatively weak as well. There's just simply seller exhaustion. Most of the selling has happened during the A wave. Okay, then the B wave kind of reset the clock, and clearly we are impulsing lower. So I like it. We've bottomed so far in the ideal target zone for a potential 5 of C4. So this one is as far along as can be, and we'll have to track it. This can morph into a leading diagonal 1, for example. So again, we do need eventually to see this breakout above the downtrend line to confirm that we've completed wave 4. That'd be fantastic. So I like this one based on simple Elliott wave count of up and down candles on a daily basis. This could be considered complete. Also based on the monthly chart. Moving on to Bitcoin, I've zoomed in quite a lot on Bitcoin daily chart. We can see here the low in January, then this very complex B wave. Sometimes people do say, I want to long the B wave. Okay, be my guest, go ahead, but it's whipsawy. And this is a very complex B wave. I don't know the exact nomenclature even of this B wave. Maybe a flat, maybe a triangle, whatever it is. It's overlapping messy, and we're now impulsing lower. Wave 3 should have ideally bottomed here. Wave 4 in green should have topped here, and wave 5 should then ideally bottom here. Now, wave 3 of 3 has most likely extended, and wave 4 of 3 should have topped, and wave 5 of 3 is now underway to ideally, this is ideal, again, the market doesn't owe us anything, it doesn't have to do this, but it would be ideal to see a wave 3 to the 200% extension at around 24,855. 24,855, back up for a 4 equals 2 relationship. Wave 2 was a flat, so wave 4 will probably be a zigzag, maybe a triangle, based on the rule of alternation. Somewhere back to kind of where we are now, and then a final step lower for wave 5, equal to the length of wave 1, at 20,450. That would be fantastic. Why would that be fantastic? Because this Fibonacci frame, I would say, or extensions or retraces, however you want to look at it, are those related to the A wave that bottomed in January, measured from the B wave. So far, we bottomed exactly at C is 0.618 times A. Again, as I said, for Avalanche, that is quite normal to see that target. Sorry, no, it was Binance coin. Sorry, for Binance coin, it's quite normal to see that target. Doesn't have to be CSA. If we get this nice picture perfect Fibonacci path, we bottom at 76.4. Oh yes, we can go down all the way to 12,000. Doesn't have to. If we follow the ideal path, then 20,000 will do it. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum is where I show that we only have indeed one leg lower to go. Bitcoin still has 2 legs lower to go. So we're really wrapping up and fine-tuning the Elliott Wave Count, 1 versus 2 legs lower. That's pretty much it. In black here was the anticipated path on the breakdown. And so far, reasonably okay. We definitely went a little bit lower, but we got the bounce, and now we should be in this final step lower to about 1600, I would say, plus or minus 100, somewhere around there. That would be ideal. That would then potentially complete all of 5 of CO4. Again, even Ethereum can do one more stair-step process versus what I have here. That's simply what we're tracking. Moving on to Polygon. Polygon is in a strong downtrend, so there's no reason to look higher until we see a reversal. This is a very strong downtrend. Compare this to what you see on the left-hand side of the screen. This is not an environment to go long. This is an environment to go long. This is an environment to go short or simply stay in cash. Very simple. If I then do the detailed wave count, we have our top here for Matic in December of 2021. We then have a leading diagonal wave A, B, C, wave B, very shallow, brief, but it is what it is. And then we have an impulse lower, which is working its way down and should ideally target to almost about 5 cents. That would retrace the entire rally since 2021. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We have all these symmetry breakdowns as well. Once we broke below about $1.10, we would target about 70 cents. That's done. Below 70 cents, we're going to target about 40 cents, getting close. Below 40 cents, we're going to target about 5 cents, something around there. So we have nice symmetry, okay? Wave 5 of 3 should ideally target this, 4 and 5. So this one also suggests lower, higher, lower. CSA targets almost exactly 5 to 10 cents. So does 5 is 1, etc. So we start to see some nice symmetry and Fibonacci confluence. Once we break back above this downtrend line, I would say the low is in place. Here we have Solana. Solana as well has a nice impulse lower, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. I expect one leg lower, probably to the June, July summer lows of last year of about $20 to $10. That seems to be a nice entire retrace of this fifth wave. Picture perfect. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. High risk entry above 60, medium risk above 80, low risk above 135. Again, with high risk comes high reward, but it also increases the odds that we're going to break lower and you get stopped out for a loss. And that's really all I have for today. Short, sweet, and simple. Again, Cardano is in a downtrend. Don't have to look at it other than that. Avalanche should be wrapping up a last fifth wave to around $1.10. I like it. Measures quite nicely with symmetry and bigger picture as well. Binance coin so far holding 270 support, but we can still get a step lower into the low 200s. It's not necessary though. We have technically enough waves in place to consider Binance coin already complete for a wave 4. Bitcoin, preferably a 3, a 4, and a 5 to about 20,000. That would be picture perfect ideal. We'll track it accordingly because Ethereum suggests we only might see one step lower. If that's the case for Bitcoin, then I expect around 25,000 to hold for Bitcoin. Polygon, strong downtrend. There's nothing bullish yet. Looks to be wrapping up a 5, a 4, and a 5 wave. Should go down to about 5 cents ideally. Of course, no confirmation of it yet. We're in the symmetry setup as well, that below $1 targeted 70 cents, reached it. Below 70 cents, you target 40 cents. Almost reached it. Below 40 cents goes to about 5 cents. Again, this one also will then retrace the entire rally that started in 2021, similar to most other cryptos. Solana, I prefer one step lower to about $1.15 plus minus 5, kind of revisit the June, July lows from last year, entire retrace of this fantastic rally that we've had summer to winter of 2021. High risk entry is above 60, medium risk 80, etc. And these levels, of course, go lower and lower, the lower price goes. So that's really all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a valid premium member. On Friday, update on Bara and Riot, and let's have a look at GMT as well on Friday. Take care, trade safe. See you all on Monday. No, Friday. Bye.